Today I have got for you another great value Amazon haul. Let me show you what we're going to be using today. For concealer, we have the MUA Makeup Academy Pro Base Full Coverage Concealer. This is lightweight, long lasting. This is in shade number 142. You get 9.5 grams of product. This is vegan and cruelty free. For foundation, I'm going to be using the matching pair. This is the MUA Makeup Academy Pro Base Full Coverage Longwear Matte Finish Foundation. This is in the shade number 142. You get 30 ml of products, and this is vegan and cruelty free. For our eyeliner today, we're going to be testing out this two-piece waterproof gel brown and soft taupe eyeliner pencil. Twist up smudge proof eyeliner with a fine tip, smooth creamy formula for precise shimmer lines for waterline and daily makeup. For eyes, we are going to be trying out this 16 colour brown grey nude eyeshadow palette, long lasting shimmer eyeshadow makeup palettes. For contour and bronze, I'm going to be using this Catrice Butterlike Bronze and Contour Palette, long-lasting, defining, instant result, natural matte, 9 grams of product. And for my blush today, I'm going to be using this Buildable Longwear Powder Blush for Mature Skin Shimmer Brick Pressed Blusher, water and sweat resistant, dimensional glow, enhances cheeks and facial contours, shade number 2, Rose Petal. And my mascara today is going to be this Technic Mega Lash Brown Mascara, vegan, brown, hard-wearing, smudge-proof lash building formula for volume glam lashes, 12 ml of product. My powder and setting spray are going to be from the Essence Fixed and Last range. And lips will be from the Lang Mani 6 Matte Lipstick and 6 Lip Liner Durable Lip Gloss, long-lasting and waterproof non-stick, high pigmented velvet lip gloss kit. Right then, let's get started with our concealer. This is the MUA Academy full coverage concealer. I've used this in the past couple of videos. I think it's really nice. It's not too thick and heavy, but it does give a reasonable amount of coverage. And I think the opportunity is there to build it up if you want to, but it doesn't go on immediately too heavy, which is good for me because I can tend to sometimes be a bit heavy-handed. So for me, it's quite nice that I can just put it everywhere I want it, blend it in, and it doesn't go on too thickly. I really like my concealer to kind of eliminate extra redness around the eyes and nose and chin, and just to sort of cover up some of the shadowing that I have under the eyes. And this sort of does the job. It's quite lightweight, and probably one of the things I really love about it is that it's a good shade match, which is rare for my skin tone. Right, so this is a new one today. This is like the paired foundation to the concealer we have just tried. And given that I love the concealer so much, I thought it was a good idea to try out the foundation. Again, this is in the number 142, so I'm hoping for a shade match. It comes with like a little spatula in the bottle, which is sort of interesting. I'm not sure how I'm going to go about applying this today. Let's put some on the back of the hand. So these are both the shade 142, but I would say that the foundation has a slightly richer colour to it than the concealer does, and maybe that's been done on purpose. But I'm going to take my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, and let's not go too heavy because I really don't know how this is going to apply. Let's just apply it on one side first of all. I am really pleasantly surprised. I've applied it to this side of my face, and my first impressions are that this is on par with luxury level foundation. This is one of the best shade matches I think I've found in some time, and I think it looks really, really good on the skin. It isn't emphasising the pores I have around this area. I don't think it's emphasising texture or wrinkles. I think my skin texture looks really good. I'm really impressed with this foundation. Let's even up the other side. It's got quite a high coverage actually, so you do need to be careful not to apply too much because I can see it is building up coverage quite well. I think if you're looking for a matte high coverage foundation at a value price point, this MUA Pro Base foundation is definitely worth a look. I'm actually really impressed with this. I think this is luxury level foundation at a pretty budget price. Well, I've just checked the prices on here. I can't really believe it. That one's £3.49 and that one is £6. We're going to have to see how they wear through the day, but my first impressions are really, really positive. Right then, next up I want to try this Catrice Bronze and Contour palette. This is in the shade Born to Shape. We've got two shades here, a slightly cooler tone for the contouring and a slightly warmer tone for our bronzing. This is a powder product. It's been a while since I have used a powder contour or bronzer, so let's hope I can figure out how to make this work. Okay, so this is the contour shade. I'm just going around my hairline and under my cheekbones with this one. I want to make sure I blend it in well. Okay, so that's the contour portion done. Now I'm going to go in on the cheekbones with the bronzer portion and hope that this isn't going to turn orange on us. It doesn't look terribly orangey in the pan, it looks more like a brown, so I think that's gone on quite nicely actually. Like I say, it's been a long time since I've used powder products. I've been using a lot of cream contours and bronzers lately, which I find really easy to blend in. I don't know which ones last longer on the skin, that's something I need to kind of keep an eye on. But actually, I think this has gone on quite nicely actually. I'm pretty pleased with the shade of that. That's definitely one I'm going to be grabbing for in the future. And next I've got these eyeliners to try out. These are gel eyeliners. One is in a taupe and one is in a brown. I am half tempted to either try one on each eye or do the upper and lower in different shades. Which way should we go? Maybe we'll do the upper liner with the brown. I think that's the warmer brown, and then the lower liner with the taupe. I'm going to try tight lining as well as lining across the top of the eye so we get a real feel for how this one looks. It's actually going on quite well above the lashes. I'm going to lay down quite a lot and then we can smudge it out when we do our eyeshadow in a bit. But that is the upper lash tight lined and overlined with the, I think this is like the warm brown shade. And I'm going to tight line the lower lash with the taupe. It's not laying down a lot of product on the waterline actually. It feels like it's just sort of running across it and not really leaving any pigment. That's obviously one issue you can get with products, is if they don't lay down the product easily in your waterline, then they're not very good for that. I'm going to take it further down to where the lashes are and see if it catches the skin that's a little bit rougher, but further down. Okay, and that seems to be applying a bit more product there. Like I say, it is a taupe though, so it's not going to be very dark, but I think you can see the shade on the lower lash there. And that's the other side evened up. Right then, it's always fun to try a new eyeshadow palette. So we've got this 16 shade palette to try out today. I did notice that when I was swatching these earlier that they're not very, very pigmented. Some of these lighter shades, actually it's coming out better on my fingertip, but when I tried to kind of smudge them across the back of my hand, it was a bit difficult to get the colour to sort of transfer, but actually on my fingertips it's not looking too bad, is it? So these are all very, very similar shades. It's light brown, taupe, beigey, a little bit, some of them lean a little bit cooler, some of them lean a little bit warmer, so you've got a good selection here probably no matter what your sort of colour temperature is. So yeah, let me try and pick a few of these colours to go in with on the eyes. It's funny because it feels like it's not the easiest palette to work with, but actually now that we've compared one eye to one undone eye, you can see that the pigment is building up. I think it's just that the shades are quite light toned, quite neutral toned, and so when you're working with the eye it feels like it isn't going on, but actually comparing the two together you can see that it definitely is. So I've just used two of these shades to create a basic kind of shaded eye. There are some lighter shimmer tones in here as well though, so I'm going to pop some of that on as well. I've got to say I'm a bit disappointed with this shimmer shade. It's starting to look sort of dirty in the pan, which is rather odd. And it's not really doing an awful lot in terms of shimmer. I think this is better as a matte palette. I'm not sure this is really adding anything to the look for us, so I might even go back over that with a matte brown and kind of get rid of that weird shimmer that we've got there. Yeah, so the verdict on this is the mattes are pretty good actually, but don't buy it for the shimmers. They are definitely a little bit disappointing. But you might want to bear in mind this was only $3.99. I should have used this before the eyeshadow actually. I completely forgot. I am going to apply a little bit now just to make sure I'm not shiny on the cheeks and the forehead. Like I said, the foundation is fairly matte, so you don't really need the powder, but I'm going to put a little bit on. And I wish I had applied this before I'd done the eyeshadow. I don't know if it would have made a difference, but it might have improved things. Really, really like this powder from what I've seen of it so far. It's awesome just for mattifying things down and not really impacting the colour of your makeup too badly. I think maybe it gives a slight brightening effect, but nothing too drastic. Overall, I think this powder's really quite nice. Right then, so we've got a really fun baked blush to try today. I'm hoping the colour is going to work for me. It looks fairly neutral toned, a little bit somewhere between pink and peach. Got a little bit of that iridescent shimmer that shifts the colour slightly. So I'm hopeful this is going to work well on my slightly neutral olivey skin. It looks very gold actually. I'm a bit shocked by that. It's a lot like, even though in the pan it looks much whiter, it's a lot like that Milani one that I tried before that sort of has a lot of gold shimmer in it. I think it's pretty. I think it's unfortunately highlighting texture on my face here. So maybe if we just keep it higher up on this side. I think it's interesting. I think if you like a lot of gold shimmer, I'm not seeing a lot of pink coming through actually. I'm seeing, maybe there's more pink here, but we're definitely seeing a lot of gold. It's really interesting, isn't it? Because you do your fingertip in it like that, and I would say that looks quite pink. But then when you spread it out on your hand, it starts to shift to gold. So really interesting how that works. I actually think it's really, really pretty. I just think that here it's sort of highlighting something that I don't really want highlighted. I don't know if I can get rid of that again by going over it with the powder. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think I'll be grabbing for that unless I particularly want a gold highlighter effect. I think it's really pretty. It's just not really for me, that's all. Right, so for mascara today, I'm going to go with the Technic Mega Lash. This is in brown. I'm going to try to be a bit more careful with it today because I did get a little bit of kind of mascara appearing on the skin under my eye last time. I don't know if that's just because it's very thick and maybe when I'm blinking my lashes are touching the skin beneath. It's very, very built up quickly. It's very nice actually, depending on whether you want a nice thick lash, but it does tend to transfer to the skin, so just be careful in applying it. I'm assuming once it's dried down probably that problem goes away, but just saying that I had a bit of issue with mascara appearing on my skin underneath the eye last time I used this. I actually think it's really nice. So there, that's the mascara. Right, I'm going to use the Essence Fix and Last spray again. Probably should have done this before the mascara, but hey ho. Apply quite a lot because I am noticing more and more that my makeup doesn't last very long. I have got quite an oily skin, not as oily as it was when I was younger, thankfully, but still it's a little bit oily, and I think probably I touch my face quite a lot, blow my nose, eat food, wipe my mouth, and so a few hours later I tend to find that my makeup is just completely gone. So it's partly why I don't do many wear tests, because my makeup just doesn't last 2 hours and it's generally gone. I'd be interested to know if anyone else has that problem. Yeah, I don't know if it's just me or not. So we're going to finish off with lips, and again I'm going to pick a different shade from this lip collection. We have tried the third one and the first one, which leaves us with either this deep pink or this brown red or this deep orangey, or we've got this very, very deep brown. Let's go for this one. Let's go for this sort of red and brown combo here. So this is interesting. This has actually come out something of a berry tone. I was expecting something a little bit more red. I'm sure that is going to be right up the alley of some of you, a nice pinky berry. The lipstick that goes with it does look a bit more red, so we might find the colour shifts now. Yeah, this is looking more like a red. I think that's actually really pretty. I'm not sure if it's my colour, but I think it is really, really nice. If you're looking for a berry or berry red combo, I think this is really pretty actually. So there we have it. There we have another bargain Amazon makeup haul. I am going to be doing a whole series of these, so if you're enjoying seeing all the cheap and good value Amazon makeup in action, then hit that subscribe button, because there's going to be more and more videos doing Amazon makeup over the coming weeks. I'm really enjoying trying all these brands that I've never heard of or never tried before, and it's really hit and miss I think with the products, but the value is incredible. So I'm going to keep doing more, and hopefully you are going to come and keep coming back and coming on the journey with me. Really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again very soon. Bye for now.